Hello, I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at beautyprofessor.net. Today I'm excited to share with you my favorites of 2016, and as I have in years past, I decided to go through my blog month by month, where I post regularly, and lift products from each month that I feel have had lasting power in my routine all year long. So I'll be sharing some favorites from January, February, and so on. And all of these products that I've selected are ones that I've continued to use all year, which I think is a testament to their value, at least in my experience. As I'm going to be covering a lot of ground, I am mentally aware of the fact that I need to be succinct when I discuss these products. So know that that is my overarching goal, and let's get started. I'm going to start with, of course, the month of January, and I have 4 products to share with you. The first is the La Prairie Skin Caviar Foundation. I have swatches of every shade of this foundation on my blog, which I'll link to, of course. I find that it's, yes, a luxurious splurge, but the foundation is not playing. It's a serious formula, anti-aging benefits, really smooths the skin. It's great for sensitive skin, and anytime my skin is acting up, it needs a reset, I'm traveling, I always make sure I have this. Next is the Tom Ford Eye Color Quad in Disco Dust. Now, when Disco Dust was released, Honeymoon was as well, and I was able to procure both of them. Honeymoon was the one that kept selling out, but I have to say my heart lies with Disco Dust. It's got beautiful peachy tones, radiant finish, and it just makes for a really pretty neutral eye in a few seconds. So you can see it's received a lot of wear this year. Speaking of eyeshadows, I also adore the Surratt Beauty Prismatique Eyes in Neutral Eyes. On one side, you've got this deep brown, opaque, creamy shadow that does not crease or budge once it sets. And then on the other side, and you can see it's received a lot of wear, we have the rose gold shimmer, and it just catches light in the most beautiful way. It also sets the eye, lasts all day. This is a really easy eye for me. I think I'm going to be wearing it this week when I go to Disneyland. Finally, for January, there's the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. This was my first foray into the Natasha Denona line. She creates absolutely beautiful products, and I love this foundation for so many reasons. I wear it mostly in shade 30. I find that it really gives decent medium coverage, but a very glowy finish that doesn't get too glowy. It just looks like natural, good skin, and texturally speaking, it's unparalleled. I don't really know of another foundation that feels the way this one does, and that's why I think it's so special. It's just a great base. For the month of February, I have a fragrance off the top. It is the Maison Francis Kurkdjian Paris Baccarat Rouge 540. And I put some on before filming this video, and I'm just reminded all over again about why I love this fragrance. It's such a special scent. I can't even compare it to anything else that I have in my collection. It is just so luxurious. It has a deep skin scent at the end of it all, but the notes in this are just magnificent. I implore you to give it a sniff when you can. It's lovely and really timeless and classic as well. Also, there is the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I ran through a few tubes of this year. I think this was tube 3, and it's a newer one. So I love this mascara. I think it's really easy to use. It creates nice dark lashes and volume and length. Doesn't smudge, great for sensitive. All in all, it's just a really solid mascara, and it's easy to get at a variety of retailers, which I think is appealing. For the month of March, we have the Mila Morsi pH Balancing Toner. I've discussed this many times over on the blog, and I even think on YouTube as well in the past. And I've gone through multiple bottles since this product was introduced into my life a couple of years ago. I love it because it creates a canvas that is more receptive to any subsequent skincare. It is refreshing. It is great for sensitive skin. It kind of resets everything. And anytime my skin is acting up, if I've been trying other products, I always come back to this. And it seamlessly kind of fuses into other skincare routines as well. So highly recommended. There's also the By Terry Sun Designer palette. This one is pristine because I had ordered a backup, and here it is. My original palette that I ordered, I ran through the entire thing, and that's rare in this world of mine. So I love it because it has great matte bronzing options here. You can contour and bronze and highlight very quickly, and then some slightly shimmering shades and a beautiful peachy pink blush. My mom uses this as well. I do this on her face. She's like, do my face, and I just use this palette to do it. It's just really flattering, a versatile product, and every Beauty Professor reader who has told me that they've bought this has come back to tell me that they love it. So get it while you can. And then finally there's the Jouer Longwear Lip Cream. I just have shades Melon and Skinny Dip for you. One is a shimmering shade and the other is a true matte. But I love this formula. It came out earlier in the year and it just has great opacity, a delicious kind of low-key vanilla smell, low-key vanilla fragrance, and it is not drying for a matte. This Skinny Dip shade, really shimmery, but it just kind of rests on the lip, adding luminosity but not getting overly glittery. I wear it with all sorts of things, so it's always in my purse. Anyway, check these out if you haven't already. They're great releases from Jouer. April brought two foundations to my life. The first is the Decorte Soft Cream Foundation, and in a lot of ways it reminds me of the Kanebo Sensai Cream Foundation, which I was a champion for many years, and it left the States a few years ago, and so we've all been without something similar. I think that this bouncy, creamy texture that adds a glow, good coverage, great ingredients is very reminiscent of a lot of the qualities that I liked about the Kanebo Sensai. So excited for that reason. I have a good match in warm beige for most of the year, and this is exclusively at Saks. So I have swatches of all shades of this foundation. I'll make sure to link to it. It's a lovely cream foundation from a exclusive Japanese line. Also, the Surratt Beauty Surreal Real Skin Foundation wand. I knew that this was brewing for months before it released, and I could not wait. Troy Surratt makes the most beautiful makeup, and I'm certainly a fan. And this foundation does not disappoint. It comes in a wand with a built-in brush. You can just dispense it this way, and I have swatches of all shades on the blog, but I will say it just creates a skin finish that is basically waterproof. It lasts all day beautifully. You think you need to touch up, you look in the mirror, you don't. It's stunning and such a special formula. I am shade 9 for most of the year, and it's great for kind of like light olive skin, but like I said, I have swatches of all shades. Check for the month of May, a hair product. The Edward Bess Black Sea Hair Hero is a lovely kind of multi-purpose hair product. It adds some shine, it adds some manageability, it helps to detangle. You can use it on wet hair or dry hair. It creates texture. It does it all. And if you've ever seen Edward Bess, either in pictures or in person, you know he has gorgeous hair, and so he took the utmost of care in creating a product that would be complementing one's mane. It's a great overall product for hair, and that's why I wanted to mention it for this month. Also, there is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Depuffing Eye Balm. I have used a lot of this year. I take it with me when I travel. I use it just at home. It's cooling, it's moisturizing, it brightens up the eye. I think it's very soothing. All in all, a beautiful eye balm product. And then a perennial favorite, talked about it in my last video, the Tom Ford Golden Peach. And this eyeshadow duo's got a cream and a powder component, but it's just a favorite color for many reasons aforementioned. So good. Quickly, the marquee letter R back here is by Ankit, and I'll make sure to link to it, but I think it's kind of a fun addition to a filming area to add to your home decor in general, and so I wanted to make sure to reference that. For the month of June, there's the La Métier de Beauté Afterglow Foundation, and I have swatches of every shade I'll link to, but it is a lovely satin finish, medium coverage, liquid foundation. And when I was rounding up, choosing the foundations I wanted to make sure to cover in this video, I was trying to not only, of course, find foundations I love and use regularly, but also kind of share some different textures. You've got cream, you've got stick, foundation, liquid, and so this one fits that liquid category, and it's beautiful, unscented, great for sensitive skin, and it just gives a really ethereal, soft focus finish. The products for the month of June I was loving and still love First are these Sisley bronzers. This is the Fido Touche bronzer. It's like a gel cream. Got a lot of good wear here. I've been wearing it a lot actually this winter again. So it's got longevity. It is a beautiful bronze that just looks like nothing on the skin. It warms up the face, but you can't see it texturally, and I love that about it. Sometimes bronzers can be evident on the skin. This one is not. Also, there is the Le Corday, and this is the bronze version. I also like the pale pink version, which is more of like a highlighter blush. This one's a warmer peachy blush, but stunning in the compact, lovely on the face, just a really easy warm glow. And then, speaking of glow, there's the Marc Jacobs Glow Stick. And I had a lot of fun with this release. It's just really beautiful, kind of golden glow. You can put it on the high points of the face or really just get very strategic and pinpoint it and almost use it as an eye makeup. Just a lovely cream formula and in a very unique packaging situation. For July, we've got the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips lip color. This is Live It Up, which was my favorite shade of the ones that I tried. I've used a decent amount of it and I love it. It's always with me. It's in my purse. This is a pink, creamy pink shade that's just got lovely texture on the lips. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, and the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks in general don't disappoint. They're great, but Live It Up is my favorite. There's also the Christian Louboutin Louboulac lip gloss. This is in Bikini. And it's my favorite shade of all the Louboulacs I purchased. This one is a creamy, medium toned pink. You can wear it over a nude lip liner or by itself over another pink lipstick, but the opacity is insane on this one. This shade especially. So I always recommend this one in that Louboulac line. Also, I love the Marc Jacobs Air Blush. I have swatches of all shades on the blog, but this one is in Kink and Kisses, which is just a delightful peachy pink, great for the apples of the cheeks. These blushes are so finely milled and create this beautiful draping effect on the cheeks that is modern and yet classic. Really pretty blush formulas. And then finally, rounding off the month is the Hourglass Vanish Foundation. Talked about it a lot, and it's just great for so many reasons. Great ingredients, exceptional coverage, a myriad of tones and shades to match a spectrum of skin tones, and really significant lasting power. So all in all, adore this foundation. For the month of August, I have the Clé de Peau Radiant Liquid Rouge Lipstick. Shade 11 is my favorite. It's a peachy pink, no surprise here, but shiny. It's got a kind of a stain, cream, gloss effect, amazing hybrid formula, and these gems are just lovely. And this one's always in my handbag. There's also the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Powder in Sunlight. Made a great dent in this one. And it's like a golden taupe shade. It doesn't look like it would on the face, which is ethereal, glowy, tan, pretty. It's just really unique. I don't have any other face powders this color, and I love it. Speaking of love, there is the Surratt Beauty Artistique highlighting brush. Mentioned it many times over. Such a special brush for really getting in there to highlight. The point makes it very unique and very effective. And then finally, there is the By Terry Rouge Expert Click Sticks. I really like shade number 1, which I've worn a ton. It's a very pale, like pearl nude, but 9 is another favorite. They're just beautiful, unique packaging, as well as creamy, long-lasting, semi-matte formula. There's the Mason Pearson Pocket Brush. Now, I heard about Mason Pearson for years as being kind of like the luxury brush on the market. This one's all boar bristle. They have mixtures as well, like a nylon boar bristle, but this size is perfect for my hair, also for my purse. I feel like you just really get through the hair. It makes it silky, smooth, it's shiny, and all the things you may have heard about Mason Pearson, I have found to be true. It's really a investment worthy brush. Also, the Gucci eyeshadow quad in Flamingo Pink. This one's kind of hard to find, so I'll make sure to try to link to it very specifically below. But it's just got these radiant pink shades that look amazing on a variety of eye colors. Such a unique quad. And then the Hourglass surreal lighting palette. It's just as lovely as it looks. You've got a nice finishing powder, some blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter, so you can do a whole full face in a few seconds. And you know, these hourglass powders just layer beautifully and still look ultra natural. In the month of October, there is the Tom Ford Waterproof Foundation Concealer. So excited about this release. I have swatches of every shade on the blog. It is insanely pigmented. You can wear just a little bit, sheer it down with a moisturizer, or just apply sparingly and get a great finish. You can also go for stronger coverage all the way to full coverage and just a little bit of product. It's always in my purse, and natural is a strong match for my skin tone for most of the year. So love this as a concealer and a foundation. Also, speaking of base products, there is the La Prairie Cellular Performance Foundation Powder. I use it like as a touch-up powder in the day, and natural beige is my match. I have swatches of all shades of the powder on my blog, and I just find it gives a really creamy texture to the skin. Just lovely. The Mila Morrissey Refining Lotion is the skincare product of this month. It is, you can see I've made a nice dent in this one. It really transforms the skin, and I've been using it a lot actually in December as well, and now January. It creates just smoother, brighter skin and without causing any irritation. It uses fruit acids to make that happen, and I just couldn't be happier with how my skin responds to this. I also wanted to talk about the Dr. McCrane Skin Results 37 Actives Lip Filler Treatment. It's like a very high quality oil on a roller ball. You roll it on. I'm actually wearing some under my lip product right now. It saves my lips in the winter when they're so dry. It's amazing, and I feel like it makes my lips fuller and healthier every time I apply. And then wrapping up the month is the Natasha Denona Star Palette. An amazing release from Natasha. Just beautiful, warm and cool shades and neutrals that I love. So I'll link to all the swatches. 5 products in November. There is the Edward Bess Earth Tones eyeshadow palette. Look at this. Such a lovely palette, and almost like matte satin finishes. I wouldn't call them overly satin at all, but also not entirely matte. Just somewhere in the middle, and just you get so much pigment in this particular palette, and yet it's all neutral, so it's really easy to wear on the eyes. Beautiful. Adoring the Surat Beauty Artistic Blush. These are 2 new releases. I've shown them before, and then this is a little bit older, but not much because it still came out this year. But this is my classic go-to, so I highly recommend investigating how to create your own palette of shades that you like. They're just amazing blushes, and I have shades of all the blushes, so I'll link to that. Lip color, 3 rounds of lip color for this month. There is La Metier de Beauté Moisture Matte Lip Cream. These are insane. Just pigmented, creamy, hydrating, lovely shades. We'll link to all my shades. Also, a very unique lip formula, the Giorgio Armani Lip Magnets. 2 of my favorites are 502 and 504. Peachy pink, cool baby pink. But they are like so weightless on the lips, you cannot feel them, but they impart immense color. So it's a really unique formula and just beautiful packaging. And then the Tom Ford Lips and Voice. 3 of my favorites are Anderson, Evan, and Cristiano. I have swatches of all shades, so I'll link to that, but these were just such a beautiful release for this year, and I'm happy that so many are still in stock and available. And for the month of December, some skincare. We have the Chanel Solution 10 Day Chanel. Moving up on my list of favorite skincare discoveries of the year. It's just great for sensitive skin, all around hydrator, moisturizer, perfector. It's a beautiful product. Also, of course, the SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. I actually did a giveaway with SK2 in the month of December, so I'm happy to showcase their limited edition version here. It is such a great, versatile product for clarifying, toning, brightening, refining skin. And it can be used with any skincare routine you might have. It's seamlessly integrated. So check this out. Also, the Lancer Danny Glowing Skin Perfector. which I love to use with more opaque foundations. It adds a glow, anti-aging benefits, doesn't really impart any color, so you can use it with any type of foundation and any skin tone as well. Also, the Artiste Palm Brush, it is a great one for applying foundation and so chic as well. But those fibers really just get in there to distribute foundation evenly, buffing it into the skin so you can't see it, but your skin looks perfected. And then the Galactic Luminous Face Veil in See-Through. Gosh, I've been loving this, using it so much. It just creates this liquid luminosity in a powder that doesn't in any way look obvious. It just looks so lit from within. What a great color. What a great... I also wanted to mention very quickly 7 products that I didn't fit into a month, but they're like timeless favorites for me. I feel like they transcend any constructs of times, years, months. One, of course, is the Le Métier de Beauté Peau Vierge shade number 2. Wear it a ton. I've gone through bottles of this over the years. Illuminates, tinted, SPF, skincare. It's just an amazing, exceptional skin-based product. Also, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have this in my bathroom. I reach for it a lot. It just creates a really soft, velvety, true brown bronze. It also smells delightfully of coconuts, so it's got this tropical energy that's kind of mood lifting. And it is one of my favorite Physicians Formula products for the reasons I've just said. Then there is the Lift Lab Purify and Clarify Cleanser Mask Exfoliator. I've gone through tubes of this in my lifetime, and this one is, you know, on its way out. It's always in my shower. It truly cleans everything on my face, even intense makeup. I have never found a cleanser that I love as much as this one. Lancome Grandiose Extreme Mascara. It has this curved brush and creates a beautiful lash every single time, so it's always in my makeup bag. The Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC3. This concealer has been with me for well over a decade. Not this one. I've bought many since then, but they do last quite a while. But I've used SC3 for like 12 years. And I find nothing covers a spot or a blemish as well as this. And once it just sets, it stays there. It does not budge. It's just I don't know what I would do if they discontinued this because I've used it for so many years. Then the Tom Ford Ultra Gloss in Naked. This is like tube number 4 of this. Love it. And it's a pearly, just soft pink nude beige. Looks great over a lip liner on its own, over lip color. Additionally, I love the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. I most often wear it in taupe, but I can pretty much get away with the blonde or the chestnut shades as well. It creates an easy brow every single time I use it. So it's invaluable. And finally, the Byredo Mojave Ghost fragrance. I've made a huge dent in this year, and I'll be getting a new one as soon as I run out because this fragrance is like one of my, in my mind, signature scents. And so concludes my 2016 favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for watching, and I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on all of the products discussed here today. I look forward to creating more content for you in 2017 and wish you a healthy and happy and purposeful and exciting new year. Please don't forget to visit me at Beauty Professor, which can be found at beautyprofessor.net. Take care.